Hey guys, before we get into it, I just want to say
I am having trouble doing the show.
Okay. Guys, I've decided to completely sell out, kind of just sell out all my beliefs and ethnics and all that stuff. And I'm just going to straight up turn this into a YouTube drama show now. So you're just going to see me on here, oh, this idiot called this other moron a turd, and this guy said he's a puke. What do you think of that? No, you know what? I actually did find this interesting. This was just one of those stories that just kept coming up on Twitter over the weekend for me, and I was like, the very funny Ethan Klein on YouTube, the prestigious YouTube, he posted this post where he said, years ago, I interviewed Jordy Peterson before I was very familiar with his politics. He was an interesting guest who I enjoyed sitting with. But especially now, I can see he's a dangerous gateway to the alt-right, transphobia, and COVID misinfo. I removed both interviews today. Here's a funny thing about this. While I was doing little research, doing my little clickety-clacks for this video, I got an ad for Jordy Peterstone, I think his name is, Jordy B. Peterstone. He's coming to my town. He's coming to my town to do one of his live... What is his live show like? Is it like a Gigi Allen kind of thing? He takes a dump on the stage. For the amount of money that you have to pay, I actually went through the payment process. I'm not going, okay? This channel is not, I'm not making that sacrifice for this channel, okay? But I did go to see how much it cost. For one ticket, to see Jordy Peterson kind of meander around a stage and complain about how one of his flights was delayed a day.
Precautions. We were delayed by 1 full day traveling to British Columbia, and then another day traveling to Alberta.
Or whatever crap. This doofus, this kook, this old kook, this walking meme. $234 per ticket. What? You're coughing up 234 bones to listen to this old kook, this old Canadian kook talk? You're going to waste an afternoon doing it? Anyway, here's the ad again. Look at how much money they're pumping into this thing.
Look, I got vaccinated, and people took me to task for that. And I thought, all right, I'll get the damn vaccine. Here's the deal, guys. I'll get the vaccine. You fucking leave me alone. And did that work? No. So stupid me. That's how I feel about it. It's like, well, now I have to get tested for COVID when I come back into Canada. I have to get tested before I leave Canada.
When I look at this news, I start having an anxiety attack.
This is brilliant. Man, it's no wonder that, what is it, like 5 years, 7 years later, this guy still has a following with genius commentary like this. This is his whole thing. People need to man up. Men aren't men anymore.
These men, they're like little babies nowadays.
By the way, I'm going to throw a fit because I have to take a test to fly out of the country during a global pandemic. I'm going to throw a fit.
Leave me alone!
Okay, guys, we had a little bit of fun. Fun is now over. Fun part is now over because what I'm about to show you is very disturbing, okay? As Jordy was, let's be honest about what he was doing, okay? In his little trousers, okay? What I'm about to show you is really, truly, I would say, disgusting, nauseating, and putrid. Those are the two. If there's kids in the room, please get them out, because this is bad, man.
Do a free ride.
So, I mean, he's right. It is an authoritarian nightmare. Actually, I was thinking this the whole time, watching all these Canada clips. Just Canada seems like it's so nice and so much fun. And they're like beautiful mass transit. And Jordy Peterson, it's a dystopian nightmare here. Okay, Jordy, let's switch places. How about you go live in like rural Mississippi, where they seem to be like living out your fantasy? How about Tampa, Florida? Move to Tampa. He's like, oh, no, wait, actually... homina. Also, while I was searching for, actual, kind of vlog footage of what's going on in Calgary, for some reason this video came up. I don't know why. How do the women in Calgary treat black men? And long story short, not well. Not what? No, I made that up. Sorry.
There's no other options. We can't ask sick people to come into work, and we can't ask them to serve people.
A number of restaurants in Calgary are closing their doors temporarily, but this time it's not because of government restrictions. It's because there aren't enough staff who are healthy to work.
This is different than like a government shutdown. This is like, it's happening. People are getting sick.
Tony Millerezi had to close his restaurant, DOP, temporarily too.
We decided to close, I think.
So everything's open. Every convenience is open for Jordy Peterstone.
Hi.
Here we go.
There are businesses shutting down on their own because their, staff is getting sick. So really what we're freaking out, what we're having a little about is having to take the 2-minute COVID test while going to a different country. Really showing these young guys how to be how to man up. Man up! Okay, you have to take it to... No, I can't! It'll take 2 minutes, and then you get on the plane. I can't. I'm crying too much. I can't take the test because I'm crying too much. How am I going to take it if I'm crying? Hi, everybody. I know you paid $234 to be here, to sit in this auditorium when it's a nice day outside. I'm here to show you how to be a man. Man up! Unless you have to get a test to fly. Then no! Then you throw a fit and cry. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like people who have kids, like little kids, like 3-4-year-olds. They just kind of burst out crying in the airport. They'll go limp and the parents kind of dragging them. They drag them to get like a $10 slice of pizza and the kid's just wailing. What I want you to do, and this is what you paid $234 to learn this, is do that as an adult. Okay, he's like counting his money on stage.
Why are the unvaccinated all of a sudden a danger?
So you ask, why are the unvaccinated a danger? One example to look at here is Mississippi. Mississippi is a good example. Mississippi is one of the lower vaccination rates in the country. It's about 50%. 50% vaccinated, something like 85% or more of the hospitalizations are unvaccinated people. That kind of thing is going on across the country. Okay, look, that having been said, I don't want anybody to get sick. I'm not like gloating, like one of these weirdos. I call them smug liberals on Twitter who are like, you were an anti-vaxxer and you died. That's horrible, okay? That's horrible. Oh man, I have $234 here. I could buy a Nintendo Switch Lite on eBay. Brand new, probably. Or I could go watch this weepy old Canadian guy talk about why my boss is smarter than me. I can't decide. It's too hard. I've been watching Euphoria, that show Euphoria. I don't know why. I don't know why I continue to watch this show. This is the biggest example of next episodeism. Like, I just got to see the next episode of all my whole life watching this show. But there's a good little line in that show where there's like a football dad of this football player, and he's like, son, the world is it's just mean. People are mean to you. Everything's shitty in the world, and you're just gonna want to be angry, and you're gonna want to lash out at people all the time. But what you do is you take all that rage and you bottle it up, and when the ball snaps, when it's time to do your football crap, then you let all the rage out. And I think Jordy Peterstone, sort of rode a wave, and he's still riding a wave. I mean, this wave has been around a while. It will continue to be around, of just enraged people who are living in sort of a series of bad situations, working crappy jobs and all this stuff. The problem that you need to direct all that rage to is these social media, not even personalities, but viral social media videos.
Well, financially, it's been a boom, right? I mean,
yes.
Which
yes,
is hilarious.
Yes. I mean, the thing that I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to because it's just so goddamn funny. I can't help but say it. I figured out how to monetize social justice warriors.
That is what it is.
And I think Ethan Klein realized that. I think he was sort of like, yeah, this dude's sort of a... Or he could just watch any of the videos that come out with Jordy Peterson nowadays and realize, uh-oh, this guy's a little bit of a kook. This guy's a little bit of a kook. And he is a kook. But anyway, a lot of people on their little social media still very attached to this old kook. And so our girl Michaela Peterson retweets this thing that he wrote, and she writes, "Thank goodness H3 Productions is out here saving the world from dangerous people." And then she adds her dad. That's a good sign. That's a good sign when you're an adult woman with a kid adding your dad on Twitter. Dad! Look, Dad! Dad, stop crying and look. And Ethan Klein writes, "How is fleecing your father's fandom going? $100." Oh man, even for me, this is a little rough. But I guess this is the sort of, honestly, it's mean, but this is sort of the internet as I understand it, of just a place to tell, shut up, moron. Like, it's a place where you get to be openly mean and there's no consequences to it. Like, if you're out in the real world, you know, somebody like just kind of wanders. This happens to me all the time. People will just wander in front of me, like in lines to get food and stuff. You can't say, "Hey, shitbird, get out of the way, you big human piece of garbage." You can't. You have to be like, excuse me. Excuse me. You have to do this weird. This is people's true selves. How is fleecing your father's fandom going? $100 per month for the Lion Club, teaching people that eating only meat cures all ailments. Must have been nice to be posting cute selfies from your father's social media accounts while he nearly died. Oh boy. So she's a goofball who was pushing this just all meat diet. And so he whatever, Ethan Klein mentions that. And then, of course, one of the Jordy, the $234 fans of Jordy writes, "You have no room to comment on anyone's eating habits." And that seems to be the go-to response. You're fat. You're fat. You're fat, man. I don't think there's no reason why this guy should feel bad about that he had this guy in his show or any of this crap. This guy's famous enough. Anybody who wants to consume that dumb content can find this bonehead. So you shouldn't feel bad about it or any of that stuff. But, I get it. This guy convinced a lot of people that he's like a genius, a brilliant genius. The more fluttery hand motions, the smarter you are. That's how I'm going to get on Joe Rogan's show eventually. But he realized, I kind of fell for it. I fell for this guy who was able to sound smart, but who is clearly a troubled kook. That's embarrassing. I don't want that on my channel anymore. There's probably some of that.
Probably maybe at my worst when COVID first hit. Maybe. It's hard to say. So I couldn't think about such things, and I'm trying to sort that out in my mind now. I mean, we certainly imitated totalitarian China almost instantly, right? Which is quite striking. Now, it's possible that we're primed to imitate the first actor in a crisis, right? Like a herd. And so in a herd, one animal gets spooked and runs, and they all follow because, running means you won't get eaten. And if there's nothing there, then you're just a bit out of breath, so it's not a bad mistake. But we did imitate a totalitarian country, and we accepted these lockdowns. But everybody was in a state of crisis and terror. And so who knew how dangerous the COVID virus really was? And then by the time we sorted out how dangerous it was to the degree we have, all of that had already been swallowed. Having said that, I am surprised I am still surprised at the level of desire for those sorts of lockdowns.
I think this is what bothers me the most. Like anti-vax, I guess denying that there's a pandemic, kind of right-wing content, I guess, is one thing. But like doing it in this cowardly way makes it so much worse. If somebody's just blurting out, the vaccines are bad and lockdowns are bad and we should pretend that no one has ever died from this, even though death rates are going up amongst the young, we should just pretend for businesses, because that's for whom I serve. And it's just, instead of like the truth, you get all this just tippy-toe around, oh, well, China, and all this crap. Just say what you think, dum-dum.
Desire for those sorts of lockdowns. And the fact that I was talking with, I think it was Steven Crowder this week. And
Oh, wow, another. That's how you know this guy's a true high-level intellectual. Oh, yeah, I was talking to another YouTube bonehead. I was talking to another YouTube lunatic, and he said, blah, 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 blah. He actually told me this.
The beginning of the rise of the Antichrist.
It's here. So, there you go.
You've studied the regimes of communism, Nazism of the 20th century, how sophisticated societies can fall into the most authoritarian, terrible, genocidal places. And I think a part of that is governments using fear to persuade people to comply. And I don't want to compare the lockdowns directly.
And discuss.
But
Which is fear of contamination.
There surely is some kind of comparison, right?
Well, you know, the comparisons are there. I mean, a lot of what the Nazis did were public health. They were in the guise of public health. I mean, eradication of the unfit. That was public health. That was justification.
Oh, man. Ethan Klein. How could you take down your interviews with this guy? How could you? How does that make sense? Ethan Klein's Jewish too, right? By the way. How could you take down that from a guy who just said that? That doesn't make any sense. Look, I'm pretty shy with like if I was in an interview or if I'm talking to any other human, I'm like, oh, okay, let's just not have any problems here most of the time. But if I'm in an interview and somebody's like, hey, can I make a comparison to Nazi Germany and fascism and your work or a plane saying, hey, you have to take a COVID test so you don't spread this disease all over the place and kill more people and even more than the millions of people worldwide who have already died from it. Call me crazy, but at that point I'm like, there's only one thing to say, which is,
nope, done. Thank you.
I had that one ready.
Nope, done. Thank you.
I'm gonna stop this interview now, and I'm going to go
beat a kid in Walmart.
So stupid. I mean, I think we're letting this guy off the hook easy a little bit. This guy who gobbles down money. We could give him the benefit of the doubt. This guy who's been around, who's been mega famous for, 10, 7, 8 years now. Let him off the hook and say, yeah, this is a troubled kook. All empathy towards that. But when you start, I mean, there's kind of a few, very few lines, and one of the lines would be like, yeah, let's make light of the Nazi stuff. Then it's like, yeah, you're an idiot. You're a full-on moron at that point. And it's very hard to have sympathy for you for that one, okay?
When I look at this news, I start having an anxiety attack.
Okay? Yeah, I was talking to my buddy, another moronic YouTuber, Steve Crowder, a demented moron who's openly racist, anti-gay, anti-trans, whatever content on YouTube. It gets 1 million views per upload. Oh yeah, I was talking to that guy. Also, my minor inconveniences in my life, like having to take a test before taking a flight. That's the same as the Nazi stuff, the Holocaust, basically. I wonder why he took those. Wonder why he took those videos down, man.
I would say two things. The first is be careful about what you've said and what you've said in the past, and maybe it's a bit too late for that. The second thing I would say is, if you haven't done anything wrong, do not apologize.
That is your minute.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, you put a TikTok song over that shit, dude? Yeah! Woo! I'm going to do that. I'm going to make my own Jordan Peterson video with a TikTok song over it.
You fucking leave me alone.
So guys, just some hilarious YouTube drama dealing with some a public kook, a ding-dong, and some other guy. And there we go, guys. And don't forget about... Guys, please be careful because you know what's happening.
The beginning of the rise of the Antichrist.
Okay? So... Well, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see if I could scrape up the $245 so I can get my shit together. This guy helps people get their shit together by making good comparisons of historical atrocities. Thank you so much, guys. Jesus, yours in Christ, R.M. Brown. Bye-bye. Hey, guys. You're only getting a fraction of the weekly shows. If you want a new motherfucking episode every day, subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. You get the patron-only Tuesday and Thursday shows, the Bookablega show where we look at important books, and the goddamn weekly behind-the-scenes show. And for only 25 bones, you could become a producer and get your name up here. Look at these people. These people make this show possible. If it wasn't for them, nothing. We don't have a show. We got nothing, and it's garbage. And we have to just leave. We have to just basically walk away, and we don't even really know where we're walking. That's the truly troubling part about all this. But please, become a patron today for as little as 2 bones, or 5 bones is another level, or 10, or you go the full 25 and you get up here. Big special thanks to these people. Love you guys so much.